He was a man even more powerful than Magneto. Any metal object could be manipulated by his will. With a simple wave of his hand, all the metal fragments around him would obey his command. In his quest to become the overlord of the city, he brazenly stood atop a statue in the town square, wreaking havoc. Although the police quickly arrived at the scene, he wasn't the least bit nervous. With a casual gesture, the guns in the officer's hands instantly twisted and bent out of shape. Before anyone could react, the cameras held by the reporters also flew towards him, attaching themselves to his body. He then declared to the viewers watching their televisions that he was the savior of the world. In the next moment, a car was lifted into the air by his telekinetic powers. He proceeded to crush the vehicle into tiny fragments using only his thoughts. Realizing the gravity of the situation, the police immediately dispatched helicopters for support. However, as soon as the choppers arrived, they too were crushed in midair by his incredible abilities. Carl once again controlled countless shards of metal, launching an attack on the crowd. Everyone believed they were doomed, but in the next instant, the fragments froze in place, suspended in the air. It turned out that the Indian superhero Chris had arrived just in time. Seeing this, Carl immediately directed the metal pieces to assault the superhero, but Chris effortlessly shattered them into dust. To avoid causing panic among the people, Chris wasted no time in luring Carl into the sky. Then, seizing the opportunity, he unleashed a barrage of attacks on his foe. However, Carl's power was not to be underestimated. In his rage, he flew into the air and toppled a 100-meter-tall building. As office workers slowly tumbled out of the collapsing structure, Chris leaped into action, safely rescuing the falling citizens. Suddenly, the building began to crumble further. Seeing this, Chris rushed forward to hold up the massive structure. Taking advantage of the distraction, Carl charged at Chris, unleashing a flurry of relentless attacks. As the building plummeted toward the ground, Carl assumed that Chris had surely perished. He tossed aside the rubble to examine the superhero's corpse, but to his surprise, Chris was still alive, desperately holding up the debris above him. It turned out that beneath him lay a helpless, mute infant. Witnessing this scene, Carl punched Chris, sending him flying. He then brought Chris's girlfriend to his side, preparing to kill her with a single blow. Little did he know, this act would only serve to ignite Chris's determination to win at all costs.